Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast here on YouTube. Oh, so I didn't shoot this for the other channel. Yeah, if you like wrestling, go to DIY Mississippi Filmworks. I have no idea when this video is going up, so who knows what's recent on there, but I go to independent wrestling shows all around Mississippi, Louisiana, sometimes Alabama, sometimes Texas, and film matches and do little interviews and get little clips and put the stuff up. And hey, sometimes it's entire shows just broken up match by match. Sometimes it's just a few matches per show. It's going to what I feel like filming that day. But that's why I mentioned wrestling is the Iron Claw. This is the A24 film about the Von Erichs that, man, the hype for this, when they started, I mean, get a little detail. A lot of the extras in this are guys I have known for, a lot of them met in like December of 2012. When this came out in theaters, a buddy of mine went to go see it and like sends me a message and goes, "You ain't gonna believe it." It's like somebody we were talking about, we thought it disappeared, popped up in the Iron Claw. I'm like, oh, it's the guy who used to wrestle is Kurt Matthews. I almost said your real name there. I'm sorry, shit. But and I grew up watching like it's the weird thing. The Von Erich show aired, World Class aired on like this religious channels Saturdays. I remember seeing it Saturdays at like 2:00 in the afternoon for a little bit, and then it got moved to like 7 or 8 on that channel, another religious channel. Because remember, it's the only time I ever watched those channels. And the only reason I knew it airs because somebody else in the neighborhood had told me it was on. I watched it then, and then we quit getting it on that. I did not have ESPN. We didn't have cable, and by the time we got cable, they were just showing the reruns. So the Von Erich story, I kind of learned it later on. Knew the story going into this thing. I know they drop a brother. Chris is gone. The brother that died before they all became wrestlers is in here. And it's a story of basically the 3 brothers on the cover here, Kevin, Kerry, and David. And the story, if you don't know the Von Erich story, their name's Atkinson. Their dad was a famous, evil Nazi wrestler, German wrestler back in the day, from somewhere in Texas. And he ended up buying part of the Dallas-Fort Worth territory and then making it one where it's based around his kids. And you had, David, who was the next to oldest of the ones that actually wrestled. I think Kevin's a little bit older. He died first. He died in Japan. Supposedly an intestine ruptured, but there's rumors that he OD'd. Who knows? Kevin's the only one that's still alive. He is the oldest or the next oldest. I'm not sure. Then you got Kerry, which is probably the best one, the Texas Tornado. He was NWA World Champion, and then after that, he went to WWF for about 2 years as the Texas Tornado, and then ended up killing himself. But before he did that, you got Mike. When David died, the dad kind of Mike, who wanted to work behind the scenes in like production, got rushed into being a wrestler. And he ended up developing toxic shock syndrome after surgery, had a high fever that damaged his brain, and ended up killing himself before Kerry did. I think one of them was an OD on like Placidils, and one of them was a gunshot. And I can't remember, but well done film. And you got Zac Efron as Kevin. Kerry is, what is that guy's name? Jeremy Allen White, I think. He was Lip on Shameless, and he's the lead guy on The Bear. Jeremy Allen White. Mark Turney is the mother, Fritz's wife. Who plays Fritz? Was it like Hope McConney or something like that? No. Lily James is like somebody's wife in this. And this is one of those where the slipcase and the actual DVD look almost the same. The Blu-ray. I did say when this came out, I did not get to see this in the theater. It was just playing. The one theater played that was kind of close to me. It didn't play long. I ended up, it's like, all right, I'll catch it streaming. Caught it streaming. Okay, I enjoy this, but I heard they cut a lot of stuff. I'm only going to buy it because I paid for the digital copy if it comes out with a lot of extras, and then when it came out, I'm like, fucking about it. Because the extras are only a Brothers Forever Making the Iron Claw, Cats Crew Q&A, and then the extras are. It comes digital copy and I think I had the DVD. The DVD I gave it a buddy of mine. The digital copy I redeemed. There's this. I'm trying to think how to explain this. It's 132 minutes. It's a little bit over 2 hours. It's a well done movie. If you don't know the history of the Von Erichs, parts of it are not going to make sense or going to be kind of confusing. You have to like get your phone out and be like, okay, oh, that's why this. But if you know the history of the Von Erichs, you're going, wait a minute, where's Chris? And for those that don't know, there was another brother. He's the youngest brother. He was Chris. He had asthma, I think, was what it was. And whatever it was, he had brittle bones. It stunted his growth. He badly wanted to be a wrestler. He wrestled a little bit in the dying days of Texas. Mostly against like Paul Bearer, Percy Pringle, but he was Paul Bearer, Percy Pringle, then Paul Bearer in WWE. And Chris killed himself. Chris, Mike, and Kevin all killed themselves. David, OD or accidental death. And then Kevin's the one sort of. And Kevin's sons, Ross and Marshall, are in wrestling. They tag. But they're not horrible, but they've been wrestling for quite a few years and they don't seem to get any better. Carrie's daughter, Lacey, wrestled in Wrestlelicious. I've never seen a full episode, but I've seen clips and didn't look great. It made Glow look like late 80s Joshi. Late 80s AJW. And she went to TNA and was part of the Beautiful People, I think it was, and she's not good. Very nice looking woman, sucks on the mic, horrible in the ring. She's out of wrestling. But if you're not a wrestling fan, give this a watch. You'll probably enjoy it, but get ready to look up some shit. If you are a wrestling fan and know the history, watch it. I saw so many people on my Facebook timeline complaining about this when they finally saw it. They're like, what about this? And I was like, y'all knew going in. Were you not reading all the stuff I'm seeing online? Like, I knew Chris wasn't going to be mentioned. You know, I knew a bunch of stuff. What threw me, and the thing that throws me is the Carrie motorcycle accident. Like, they don't really say that he messes up his foot and they reconstruct it and he crushes it trying to walk across the hotel room. They just kind of show you. But if you're not paying close attention, you're like, huh, what? It's one of those films. It's one of those films where at 132 minutes, I feel that, oh, man. Just make it 2.5 hours. Add a little bit in to explain a few little gaps in this thing. But worth seeing. Definitely worth seeing. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Man, if you did, give me that thumbs up. Leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.